All right, welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's been a long time since I've done a video on here, but today is the most appropriate reason to bring this channel back to life. A few reasons. I am a little sleep deprived. I spent the evening in Austin, Texas, then driving back up to Dallas, and then driving down to the airport at 4 a.m. to then get back here to Kansas City. I was in Austin for a few reasons. I was there primarily to see my dear friend Jack Carr to celebrate the launch of his newest book, The Fourth Option. The book technically launched this morning, so I hadn't received or seen the book since I was given the very, very generous opportunity to do some proofreading a few months back. So I am so excited to see the final version of this book. And I got to see it last night, though, of course, when you're chatting and you get to see amazing people like a surprise appearance from Jared Shaw, the man himself who actually gifted Chris Pratt a pre-publication copy of The Terminal List, leading to the show that we now all love today and everything that's spun off since. It's just really cool. So here I am, sleep deprived, making my way home in a brand new Sunspell. I need to shout out my dear friend David Zaritsky of the Bond Experience. This is a limited edition GoldenEye inspired Sunspell. Love the colorway, so thank you, David. He and I were at the Rock Island Auction Company. Now see, this is the part where I continue to ramble about all the misadventures we've been having. Check out the Instagram to see more of that. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of why we're here, which is, I get home, sleep deprived as can be, and this monstrosity is waiting for me at the doorstep. Fourth option marked box. Now, if you recall, this is actually phase 2. The first thing that came in the mail was this amazing Regiment Blades knife. I keep almost wanting to say Colonel Blades because back when I was in high school and college working the gun counter, they were called Colonel Blades, but they are now since known as the Regiment Blade. So the Regiment Blade here, the exclusive 4th option limited edition, really cool. It said we need to keep the knife close and a code. I'm willing to show that because I'm pretty confident what I'm about to be opening here and I know how to reset it. So let's go ahead and tear into this. From a pure branding perspective, by the way, what a cool way to launch the book. The blade to do the publication box opening with, because, you know, Jack has kind of made that a signature move. I've got one in the corner back here, I've got another one right there, and I was actually just using one as a travel gun box this weekend. It's a really, really cool concept, but if you do the same thing over and over again, how do you keep it exciting, fresh, and new? And I do believe there is quite the extreme answer to that question here, and it is incredible. So let's check this out. Okay, this is super cool. Vault Tech limited edition with crossed hawks casually dropped on that button there. I believe this is the new Life Pod is what it looks like. I'm a huge Vault Tech fanatic. Vault Tech, a couple of their folks are from the Kansas City Metro. I grew up with all of their product at my fingertips, knew a lot of their team members very well, loved their stuff for ages. Actually have a few Life Pods myself, and this is a very From Russia with Love style little attaché that has a biometric scanner on it, it looks like, in addition to the code. Now again, that code on there was 4422, so let's just get in. So you just kind of brush it across there, make it happy. Should anyway, let's see. All right, there we go. Get that bad boy open. All right, let's just take this through a second here. So we've got Jack's signature challenge coin, super cool. Backlit the book with custom patches of the Vanagon from the novel, the Paladin, the chess piece or knight, which is directly inspired by Have Gun Will Travel, which really tied all this together, and of course Paladin the dog, another nod to the Paladin character in addition to so many things in reality. And then of course the book itself, Jack's latest thriller, co-written with MP Woodward, The Fourth Option. I love this book. I am so excited to read it in its final form. I cannot wait to share my full review with you. I fully intend to continue my lack of sleep to tear through this afternoon and get it back into your hands with my thoughts and feelings. And then I look forward to replacing what used to be my travel gun box, which was Jack's other pub box, with the absolute coolest travel case I could possibly ask for. And I just love, get that really close for you there, I love the crossed hawks button right there. I just love the little nod. It's super subtle, it's super classy, and you know, the little hint of red on both the inside of the case and there is again For me as a Bond nerd, really fun. It's that From Russia with Love attaché. If you recall, the lining of that actual case from the Swain and Agnew case was red. So really cool, pretty confident the way this thing's laid out. If I do a little Tetris, I can fit a 1911 PPK and a Beretta 418 in here, which is really all a man needs when he's on holiday. And of course, the Regiment Blade, which has now become a mainstay in my concealed carry collection. It means a lot to have a blade from Jack, a guy who loves blades as much as he does. The gift of steel between friends is always one that's really important, whether it's a firearm, a blade, or, you know, anything of that nature. It's a tool, it's meant to be used and appreciated, and I'm really excited to see how Chris Walker, the new hero, the new wandering stranger, Chris Walker's character, his ethos is really imbued in the classic American story of the wandering stranger, again, have gun, will travel, mixed with the modern era. And I think you're gonna love the warrior, philosopher, wandering stranger, just classic Americana ethos, that which is Chris Walker's character, inside the pages of the fourth option. It is now available. It launched today on May 12th. I cannot encourage you enough to go check out Jack's latest thriller. You can get it on Amazon, or if you want to support local booksellers, check out Jack's website for his book plate campaign. He typically does those shop through editions, but those are being reserved for the Terminalist series. So instead, he's doing some really cool art pieces similar to the ones you saw inside this case here, inspired by the pieces that are imbued within this novel. Those are only available through local booksellers. There are 4 different pieces of artwork. I'll go ahead and put that link in the description on the YouTube channel, and it'll be in my stories on Instagram. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in on this. I cannot wait to dig back into this novel. It has been far too long since I've seen it. Jack, thank you so much, my friend. I am forever in your debt. It was a privilege to see everyone last night who made it out to Austin. And yeah, see you inside the pages here, and let me know what you think of the book when you get done with it. Cheers.